Imagine waking up one morning, swinging your legs over the side of the bed like you've done 1,000 times before, and suddenly, your legs feel like they belong to someone else. Heavy, unsteady, unwilling. That moment of hesitation, that quiet fear that hits you right in the chest, wondering if this is just how it begins. The slow surrender of strength you once took for granted. If you're over 50, or especially over 60, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That subtle weakness in the legs that makes you grip the nightstand a little tighter. The way stairs suddenly feel steeper. The way getting up from your favorite chair takes more effort than it should. And deep down, the worry that one day it might get worse. That one day, your legs might not carry you the way they always have. You're not alone in this fear. Millions of Americans over 50 are waking up to the same quiet concern. They feel their independence slowly slipping away, not with a bang, but with 1,000 small moments just like this. But here's what most people don't know. What happens in those first few seconds after you wake up, before your feet even touch the floor, can either accelerate that weakness or quietly begin to reverse it. At Prime Wellness, we've spent years exploring the science of graceful aging, and today we're revealing something surprisingly simple yet powerful. A gentle routine you could do right there in bed, in less than 2 minutes, that's helping seniors rebuild leg strength, improve balance, and regain confidence in their steps. But before I show you exactly what to do, let's understand why your legs seem to lose power with age, even if you've stayed reasonably active. It's not just about getting older. There's something more specific happening while you sleep that most doctors rarely mention during a quick visit. When you lie down at night, your body shifts into repair mode, but for many of us, especially after 50, circulation slows dramatically in the lower body. Blood pools, muscles stiffen, and those powerful muscles in your thighs and hips, the ones responsible for standing, walking, and catching yourself if you stumble, go hours without proper activation. Over time, this creates what researchers call morning neuromuscular inhibition. In plain English, your brain temporarily loses its strong connection to those key leg muscles after a long night of stillness. This is why so many people feel shaky the moment they try to stand. It's not always permanent damage. Often, it's simply dormant nerves and underused muscle fibers that need a gentle wake-up call. What's fascinating is that Japanese longevity researchers studying communities where people routinely live active, independent lives well into their 90s discovered something remarkable. Many of these elders perform small, intentional movements before they even leave their futon. Simple activations that keep the connection between mind and muscles strong for decades. Here in the West, we're only now catching up to this wisdom. A study from the University of Colorado found that older adults who performed targeted leg activation exercises while still in bed showed measurable improvements in lower body strength and balance within just 4 weeks. Another research team at a major university in Florida discovered that waking up the glutes and quadriceps before standing dramatically reduced the risk of morning dizziness and unsteadiness. But here's where things get really interesting. It turns out the first 60 seconds after you wake up is actually one of the most powerful windows to rebuild leg strength. Your nervous system is highly receptive. Your muscles are warm and relaxed. And with the right gentle movements, you can send fresh signals that tell your body, these legs are still strong. They're still capable. They're still mine to command. I'll never forget hearing from Margaret, a 71-year-old grandmother from Ohio. She told us she used to dread getting out of bed because her legs felt so unreliable. She was terrified of falling in her own home. After starting this simple morning practice, she said something that stayed with me. For the first time in years, I feel like my legs are waking up with me, not fighting against me. You see, weak legs aren't always about age. They're often about years of neglect during those quiet morning moments when no one's watching. So what exactly should you do before your feet touch the floor? That's what we're diving into next. And I promise, Once you see how simple and effective this is, you'll never look at getting out of bed the same way again. Let's begin right where you are each morning. You just open your eyes. Your body is still warm under the covers. Instead of swinging your legs out immediately, stay there for just a moment longer. This is your new window of opportunity. The first movement is beautifully simple. While lying on your back, gently press the backs of your knees down into the mattress. Not a big push, just a firm, intentional activation. Hold it for 5 slow seconds, then release. Do this 3 times. What you're doing is waking up the quadriceps and sending a clear signal through the nerves that control your ability to stand strong. Right after that, move into what many are calling the glute bridge wake up. Still lying flat, bend your knees so your feet are flat on the bed, about hip width apart. Now, gently lift your hips just a few inches off the mattress. You don't need to go high. Think of it as a tiny bridge. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then lower slowly. Repeat this 4 or 5 times. You'll feel your glutes and the back of your thighs come alive. That's exactly what we want. These muscles are the powerhouses that keep you steady when you walk, climb stairs, or catch your balance. Most people lose connection with them after years of sitting and sleeping without intentional activation. This simple move begins rebuilding that connection. Now here's something that surprised even the physical therapists we spoke with. Adding a gentle ankle movement makes a remarkable difference. While your knees are still slightly bent, flex your feet toward you, then point them away as if you're softly pressing a gas pedal. Do 10 slow repetitions. This pumps blood through your lower legs, wakes up circulation that's slowed overnight, and helps reduce that heavy, wooden feeling many experience in the morning. Why does this matter so much? Because strong glutes and awakened quadriceps are your body's natural shock absorbers. When they fire properly, your knees and lower back don't have to take all the pressure. A 2022 study published by researchers at the University of Pittsburgh showed that older adults who performed these exact types of bed-based activations improved their sit-to-stand speed by nearly 28% in just 6 weeks. Faster rising usually means better balance and far less fear of falling. But the real magic happens when you combine these movements with your breath. As you press your knees down, breathe in slowly through your nose. As you lift your hips or flex your ankles, breathe out gently through your mouth. This calms your nervous system while waking your muscles. It turns a simple exercise into a moment of mindful reconnection with your body. Margaret, the grandmother I mentioned earlier, told us that after 2 weeks, she noticed she was no longer reaching desperately for the nightstand. Her legs felt more willing, more trustworthy. She said the fear that used to greet her each morning was slowly being replaced by quiet confidence. And this practice does more than strengthen legs. Better morning circulation means less swelling in the ankles and feet throughout the day. Improved nerve signaling can reduce that unsteadiness when you first stand. Many viewers who tried this reported sleeping better at night too, because they felt more in control of their bodies. Now, if you have any discomfort, don't worry. These movements are extremely gentle. You control the range. If something feels painful instead of a healthy working sensation, simply reduce the motion or skip that step. The goal is never to push through pain, but to gently invite strength back. Let me paint a picture of what this looks like in real life. Picture yourself after a few weeks. You wake up, spend 90 seconds doing these activations while still under the covers, and when you sit up and place your feet on the floor, there's a noticeable difference. Your legs feel lighter, more responsive. You stand taller without thinking about it. That quiet voice of worry starts to fade. Researchers at Johns Hopkins have noted that consistent morning activation like this helps maintain muscle mass, which naturally declines after 50 if we don't send the right signals. It's not about becoming an athlete. It's about preserving the independence that lets you enjoy your garden, play with grandchildren, or simply walk through the house without constant caution. One more powerful addition before we move on. Once you're sitting on the edge of the bed, before you stand fully, Do 10 gentle marches in place while seated. Lift one knee slightly, then the other. This further wakes up your hip flexors and reinforces balance. It's such a small thing, yet it bridges the gap between lying down and moving through your day. You might be wondering how long before you notice real changes. Most people feel a difference within the first week. Many report steadier steps and less hesitation by day 10. The cumulative effect over months is what truly transforms how you age. But there's still one crucial piece we haven't covered yet: how to make this practice stick naturally, how to combine it with other daily habits for even greater results, and the surprising long-term impact this has on your overall longevity and independence. That's coming up next, and it might be the most hopeful part of all. And this is where everything begins to come together. When you commit to these simple morning movements, you're not just waking up your legs. You're sending a powerful message to your entire body. I am still in control. I'm still building strength. I choose to move forward with confidence. Over time, this small habit creates a ripple effect that touches every part of your day. Your steps feel sure. Your balance improves because those key stabilizing muscles are no longer asleep at the switch. You rise from chairs with greater ease. You walk through the grocery store without scanning constantly for the next place to rest. The little fears that once whispered in the background start to lose their voice. What's truly remarkable is how this connects to longevity. Scientists who study blue zones, those remarkable places where people live vibrantly into their 90s and beyond, consistently find that daily movement, especially movements that maintain leg strength and mobility, is one of the strongest predictors of independent living in later years. Your legs literally carry your independence. When they remain strong and responsive, everything else becomes possible. Many of our viewers report the same beautiful transformation. They no longer feel trapped by their own body when they wake up. Instead, they feel a quiet sense of pride. A grandmother in Texas shared that she can now chase her 4-year-old grandson around the backyard without the dread of her legs giving out. A retired teacher from North Carolina told us she recently walked an entire nature trail with her husband, something they hadn't done in years. These aren't dramatic miracles. They are the steady, honest rewards of showing up for your body in small, consistent ways. The beauty of this practice is its gentleness. It meets you exactly where you are. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, these movements respect your body's current reality while gently guiding it toward greater strength. No gym, no expensive equipment, just you, your bed, and a couple of intentional minutes each morning. As the weeks turn into months, many people notice something deeper shifting. That morning weakness that once defined the star of their day fades into memory. In its place comes a growing belief: my body is still capable. I am still improving. This is the kind of quiet confidence that changes how you carry yourself through life. Think about what that means for your future. Imagine waking up years from now, still moving with dignity, still enjoying the activities that bring you joy, still independent, still fully part of your family's life, instead of watching from the sidelines. This simple morning routine is one of the most practical ways to protect that future starting tomorrow morning. Of course, this isn't a magic cure for every condition, but it is a powerful, evidence-based way to fight back against the natural decline that so many accept as inevitable. You don't have to accept it. You can take small, smart steps that add up to real strength and real freedom. If this message resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know how your legs feel after trying this for just 1 week. Share this video with someone you care about who might be struggling with the same concerns. And if you want more simple, practical ways to age with strength and independence, consider subscribing to Prime Wellness and turning on notifications. We're in this journey together. Remember, it's never too late to feel stronger tomorrow than you do today. This is Prime Wellness, wishing you steady steps, peaceful mornings, and many more confident years ahead. The information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Please consult with your healthcare provider before beginning any new exercise routine, especially if you have existing health conditions, recent injuries, or concerns about balance and mobility. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.